sound like fairy tales and butterflies, but you sound like a whoa, 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 whoa,
Exactly.
and it's scary, man.
Uh-huh.
Some of you sales guys need to check your audio, like record yourself. You'll be surprised at how you sound, right? So multiple recordings, video yourself. Some of you guys look like this in the presentation. Smile,
Exactly.
be happy, right? And people don't realize that their body language and who they are, their tonality
100%.
is everything, right? Like right now, you're probably listening to this video, you're captivated by my tonality. Up, down, left, right, motions, this, that, and he's sitting here paying attention. Like, it's captivating because my energy levels are different than some guy that does this. Hey, how are you, man? I'm here to sell you something. It's cold soda, man. It's going to change your life.
We've all experienced
We all experienced that. Yeah, you want to be around someone that's dynamic. I'm not saying be crazy like me, but you have to have that energy.
You have to be genuine.
Yes, be authentic and genuine who you are. Correct.
But build a presence.
But you want to hear something crazy? I had a guy named Matt the Ninja. We used to call him in our office. He was a fly in the wall. You wouldn't even know he's in the room. We used to call him Matt the Ninja for a reason.
Okay.
He was an IT guy. IT guy, never did sales before, quiet like a mouse. He was one of our top sales guys.
Wow.
And I proved that because I said, you don't have to be like Michael.
No.
You just got to be like you.
Yeah.
And he could be the quietest IT guy in the room and still sell more than me because when he was in front of the customer felt his energy and presence with who he was. He was quiet, he was meek a little bit, but that's who he was.
Exactly.
You just got to be you, you know? And that's how you train. Now this person is ready, and now we have leadership every single day. We teach them how to lead other people. The whole model of our business, we're not a sales company, we're not a solar company. We're a leadership development company that by default sells solar. Okay. And if you have that kind of methodology in your business, that you're not selling what you're selling, then you have this, you have the right foundation. We're building leaders.
Yeah, the product or service is just the byproduct.
100%. And that's what helped us grow so fast. Like right now, in 1 year, we've done what we've done in 3.5 years in our first locations in New York and New Jersey. We've done it in a year. Okay. I'm not so special. It just the process doesn't change. It works.
Right.
You know, if you just apply the process, it works 100%.
So we're now, let's go back in time. We're in 2019. You're now just on the brink of 2020. Obviously, everyone knows what happened in 2020. What happened with your business at that point?
Best thing that ever happened to me was I made a decision to move to Miami and the pandemic happened. The pandemic was the best decision for me. Okay. People say, oh my God, you lost this. No, it was the best thing that ever happened because it taught me a very valuable lesson, which we can get into a little bit. But 2019, I made a decision that I'm heavily dependent on one contract, which is Verizon. I'm super heavy. As a matter of fact, 88% of the revenue came from Verizon. I had energy. I had a little bit of home security. I was like, nah, I can't do that. Yeah. And my decision was, okay, I have to diversify a little bit because when you have a lot of success, copy and paste it. Yeah. So we tried to do that with home security sales, but I didn't have enough time because the pandemic came. Okay. But I decided to do it in Miami because it was a good market, and I always wanted to live in Miami, save some money on taxes, the weather, the real estate. I just always wanted to be here, right? Okay. So when we came down to Miami, I was living here. I was living in New York, and I was building a team. We had about 8, 9 guys ready to rock and roll, and then March, boom. Yeah. So I had to make a decision, right? What do I do? That's when I opened up the office, which is not that far from here, for the call center. We were doing home security sales over the phone. Okay. But it just didn't fulfill me the way, like I was so hurt and so burnt out. I don't say burnt out, but like I was in pain. I was in trauma that I made I kind of judged myself a little bit for making those bad decisions. I learned a lot. I read a lot of books. I went through a lot of like mental, just sifting and figured out that what I was doing was fucking wrong. Okay. Like the way I led my team the first time was not right. Certain things I needed to change, like be a little bit softer in certain people, be less this, be more.
But you own that. I mean, at the end of the day, you took control. Say, hey, listen, what I was doing was not right.
Not all the time. Like some parts. Like I started realizing what I needed to change to make it even better. Like if I was to do this again, what would I change? Okay. Would I make it different? Like what would I make different? And that's what kind of inspired me to open up solar because I was like, I want to implement these changes. I really want to do it the right way this time. Okay. And I started to do it, and it actually started to work even better. That's why we grew faster in 12 months.
Now, what would you say in the new business? Where do you find the most things challenge you? Where are you most challenged with solar at this point?
Right now with solar, I mean, there's so many challenges in the aspect of the business, like permitting and dealing with the city and dealing with utility companies. But that's not really that's business. That's business challenges. That's business challenges. My biggest challenge for me, I would say, is learning how to deal with different types of leaders and letting my personality is a little bit insane. My vision is very big and grandiose, and it can scare some people sometimes because they can't see it sometimes. So I have to learn how to slow down a little bit to let them catch the vision and see it to fruition sometimes. Okay. And that's what I'm kind of working on right now because I have 10 people that report directly to me. Okay. And I would say 80+% of them are A people. Not A-type personalities, but like A quality, like superstars. I don't waste my time with Caesar because it's not going to be a good ROI for me. And I got to learn how to deal with 8 or 9 or 10 different types of personalities
that are all superstars.
That are superstars that have their own egos, that have their own personalities, that have their own challenges, that have their own reasons why they're doing this. And I got to learn to work with them individually. And that takes a lot of time and energy.
Do you use any like profiling systems like DISC or anything like that?
I mean, you can. I've learned about DISC and all that stuff. I just have my own mental profiling, kind of like my own filtering system that I can feel. Like I don't like to filter because sometimes you can be wrong with that sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
So I like to do it based on their actions.
Okay.
Because sometimes people change. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Like
humans evolve.
Humans evolve. So like what worked for them 3-4 years ago will not work for them now. Like I have one guy on my team that he needs his space. Okay. Like if you tell him what needs to get done, he's oppositional. He's defiant like me, like my personality. So I work with him with very soft tender, making him feel like he is the guy. Because if he doesn't feel like he's the guy, he won't mesh with me. I have another guy who needs more support, more love. He needs more caressing, more. Everyone's different.
Whatever it is.
So whatever works for them, I'm a chameleon as a leader. And this doesn't mean that you're not authentic. You are authentic. 100%. You're just being a chameleon to wrap yourself around them to make them feel special and important. Because remember, at the end of the day, they're following me as their leader because they see something in me. They believe in me. And they trust in me. And I have to make sure that I give the same respect and love to them as well, but in their language. Because every business owner, every team member, every person on my team has a different love language that you have to apply to. So that's the challenge. That's a challenge on its own.
That's a challenge for any leader.
And that's one of the biggest challenges I think many people have. They don't know how to deal with different personalities, different leaders, and learn how to like really make them excel in their field without egos getting involved sometimes.
How are you teaching your leaders then to do the same thing with people who report to them?
So the great thing is that we have every single day we have training. We have leadership training. We have sales training, right? We also invest in them by going to programs and events and stuff like that. Like I'm very big proponent of take your money. These guys make a lot of money. Take your money and invest in yourself.